Locate and neutralize the SCUD threat in Area 1 before they can launch their payloads at Israel. Once Area 1 has been cleared of SCUD launches, assemble your squad at the Canyon Road at the northern edge of the combat zone.
Hello everyone, it is Barnsey back, here with another installment of Conflict Desert Storm, where today we are doing Mission 5, SCUD Boulevard. Just checking my audio here for a second, perfectly fine. So, currently, no changes to the squad. You will notice one glaring thing though. Jones has 19 spare magazines, Connor's 14. Also got 3 rockets. Foley, 14 spare magazines. Bradley, 19 spare magazines. The guys have a lot of ammo in this mission, and it will become clear why, that this mission is a double mission. So this mission and the next mission, called SCUD Alley, share the equipment that you have from this mission. So it's important not to go all equipment happy with all your stuff, not to just waste ammo left, right and centre. So we're going to try and be a bit conservative for this to make the next mission a bit easier. So just starting off, you'll see here that I went as Foley, because if I do the little trick where I look to the top right corner, there is a sniper just beside that tree in the top left. We're going to take him out just now. Good night. So this mission, first things first, we'll get the group back together. I'll just run over to this corner, and we're going to do the same thing we've done in the last couple missions. We're going to split up the inventory between the team, mainly the C4. So we'll give a couple to Foley, and a couple to Bradley. Now we haven't had the C4 any tanks yet. That's mostly just because we've not had any C4 to use on tanks, and we've not needed to. But since this is a double mission, we more than likely will do it at some point. First of all, take out this guard. Nice and easy. But there's plenty of tanks in here. There are plenty of rockets that we're going to pick up, so picking up RPGs is obviously a key part of ensuring that we've got enough anti-tank equipment. Now, just going to this, there's a fork in the road. If we have a look on the map, that goes around 2 sections, so we're going to go along to the right to begin with, and you can go round here up to the left into that town, but we're going to deal with the town section just a little bit later. We're going to deal with this section first. And you can see there's a SCUD launcher just about to get away there. How about we say no and take him out with our grenade? Or completely miss. Both is fine. It's okay. We'll just make it to this corner. And be careful, there are lots of enemies here. But there's also a sandbag emplacement. So we're going to take Connors up, because an enemy tank, or namely a BMP, does come up the hill at points. Now we're going to try and take this out. Lovely. And here comes the BMP. You can see it's got a long barrel, so for all you viewers that have watched previous episodes, you know that that is the less threatening of the two. Now that we've taken it out, let's destroy this encampment. Remember, enemies spawn lots from their encampments, so we want to get there, close off the spawn, stop any more enemies coming our way. We've destroyed the SCUD launcher and we've destroyed the tank in the area, but now there's some equipment here to pick up. Namely, there's an RPG here, invaluable to us for the next 2 missions. And a key point that a lot of people miss out is actually in this hut, there's quite a lot of equipment in here. I've got the guys on fire at will, so they'll be fine. But look at this, an AK-47, 3 spare magazines, 12 medkits, because obviously 1 medkit is actually 2. I'm just going to park Connors here. And I'm going to give this AK to Bradley, because you cannot share ammunition with a teammate unless you pick up the ammunition on its own. So if I picked up the magazines but not the actual AK, I would have AK magazines in my inventory, and I could give them to someone else. But I don't want to do that. I want to just pick up the AK as it is with the magazines, and you can see there is an enemy trooper up there. Took him out in 1 burst, nice and easy. And we're going to go around the right hand side of this, because it's a little bit safer, and there's some enemies just there. Take him down nice and easy. saw a couple of his pals. Now, where they're coming from is actually the end of the mission. Whoa, we're under a bit of fire here. We're going to position Connors and Jones here. And Bradley's got to take Foley up this corner. Now, we're going to grenade this Scud launcher and kill that trooper. Whoa! A little bit too close there. Those Scud launchers do have a large blast radius because obviously they are large missile launchers. Excellent. Take out these lads. Now I will move up with Jones and Connors because Bradley and Foley have this section covered. I'll just run straight. As you can see on the map, we've ran up all the way to the top corner. This is the end of the mission here, but we've still got a lot to do around this side. But we want to close this area off as a spawn point. Okay, so we'll run here, we'll close this off as a spawn. We don't want any more enemies coming from over here. Excellent. Any more for any more? Nope. Excellent. So hopefully that's that spawn closed off. I'm not sure if the spawn actually reopens because that's the end point of the mission. But we've got the whole team back together now. And we've cleared out this right hand half as there was only 2 Scud launchers and 1 BMP. But around this town it's a little bit more tricky. There's a bit more to it. But we'll cover that when we get across to it. This little side area here is a helpful little point because there's no tanks that come along here. So we're totally safe running along here. Even though we can hear that just there, the sound of tank tracks, the tank will not come up to us. Stay there indeed, guys. So we've dealt with that. There is one more tank to deal with, and it's a bit more of a scary one. There is... I will just destroy this first. It will be destroyed by Connor's bolt fire, because it takes a full magazine or so. There we are.
On me!
There we go, so we're going to run it round to the back here with Connors. And we're going to cover this back section. Important that we do so actually, because there is a machine gun nest in placement. And we don't want to be fighting that front on. Well dealt with there by Connors. I will bring Foley and Jones round now, just by commanding Bradley. And oh, Foley threw a grenade that banked off the corner a little bit wrong there. Now I'm going to position Bradley exactly where he is. I'm going to position Foley here, and I'm going to play as Jones. So I've got Bradley and Foley covering that left side. I've got Connors covering that right side. Connors can perfectly manage it on his own. There's not too many enemies there. And we're going to use Jones to clear out some buildings. That was a bit too scary. I should have really aimed on the corner a bit better. But that's okay. Now I'm just got to park Jones on that turret, because he will do a fine job there, and it doesn't use any of his ammunition, more importantly. It just uses the turret's ammunition. And now here, we're going to get Connors to clear out this building. Should be fine. There is an upstairs area, which is great. Gives us another vantage point. Excellent. So I'm actually going to get Foley to come up here. And I'm going to get Bradley to move along. Because we'll have Foley set up on the top of that building. He's a sniper. Snipers work better sitting up high. And he can help cover Jones. Actually, he can cover this left-hand side. And Bradley can get Connors to follow. Because if we have a look... Okay, no enemies here. Nice and carefully done there with Bradley.
Infantry ahead!
Now just peeking round this corner. Got to be very careful going round corners. We don't want them to get the drop on us. We want to get the drop on them. Now just working our way down to this corner. Crouch down with corners to make his machine gun a little bit more accurate. And just round here, there's another Scud launcher. The joys. I've got plenty of ammunition with Connor's rifle and machine gun here, so I might as well unload on this Scud launcher. And there you go. That's that mission complete. We have done our job. We've taken out 2 enemy vehicles. And we can call that a day there, essentially. Now we're going to get Jones to get everyone back. We've cleared out everything we need to clear out, and we've used a minimal amount of ammunition, which is absolutely fantastic. So we'll get the whole team back together. Connors is just coming up there, Foley, Bradley right here. Nice, quick in and out. It's a short mission. So we've covered that really well. And running up to here, as you can see, that was the only objective of the mission, just to destroy those Scud launchers. So in theory, you could not destroy the tanks and save your RPGs and your laws for this next mission. But I like to destroy them anyway, just to make sure that they're not a nuisance for anybody. Now, moving on. Mission complete. A short mission for the team. There was only 3 Scud missile launchers to destroy, and there was only 2 tanks that were in our way. But other than that, it was easy days. We had no promotions and no medals for anyone in that mission, but that's okay. We can move on to the next mission, and I hope to see you there. I've been Barnsey.